You want your kids to be healthy, so you go out of your way to get fresh vegetables and prepare them with love, and then your kids just won't eat them. You've tried every trick in the book and nothing seems to work. That's okay. Plenty we can still do. It's never too late. But can we find a way to actually feature them, to make them the star instead of some nuisance that we gotta hide? Is that even possible? Challenge accepted. The first thing is to rely on the versatility of vegetables. If your kids turn down steamed veggies, maybe try sauteing them. Maybe your kid is not into raw onions in salad. How about caramelized onions? That's a whole different beast. A great example of versatility is cauliflower. Parents report it's one of the tougher things to get kids to eat. So it's a good example of how you can make it 1,000 different ways. It doesn't have to be just this bland white thing. If steamed cauliflower is not a hit, maybe try cauliflower rice with a nice sauce on top. You go from the florets to the rice in 30 seconds by processing or grating, and it almost doesn't seem like the same plant. Maybe raw vegetables are a no-go, but roasted veggies work. Air frying or oven frying veggies is another option that may be worth a shot because it delivers that crunchiness without the added fat of deep frying. Besides texture and temperature, shape also matters. Kids are very visual and can reject a food before even tasting sometimes. But this can also work to your advantage if you can find a presentation that intrigues them. So here are a couple ideas. Zucchini noodles. Slices of zucchini are so boring. This is way better. Kids love spaghetti, right? Well, this is technically spaghetti, kinda. And it's a whole vegetable. It's gluten-free. It's low carb, low fat. What else do we need from a food? Spiralizing also works for carrots and a bunch of other veggies too. Okay, here's another idea. Cauliflower pizza crust. A healthier version of a food kids usually love. Here's another one. Cauliflower mash. Super quick, 1 minute in the food processor. By adding other ingredients into the processor, you can make it garlicky or spicy or cheesy with actual cheese or nutritional yeast. Both work. Speaking of shapes, vegetable cutters are really cheap. You can buy a whole kit and let your kids choose the shape they like. By focusing the choice on shape, you're locking in the quality aspect. Do you prefer your carrots star-shaped or heart-shaped instead of carrots versus frozen chicken nuggets? Even better than choosing is letting them do the shaping. This logic extends to shopping as well, getting the kids to help out and teaching them which foods to buy, how to choose, and the logic behind it. From a very early age, kids understand basic stuff like that. A 3-year-old is perfectly capable of understanding it. That simple adventure at the store is one of the most important lessons we can teach our children. And it sets the right dynamic. So this whole idea of making kids an active participant instead of a passive recipient, involving them in the choice and the preparation, it makes everything easier because a kid is much more likely to eat a food that he or she helped choose and create than something imposed that they have to eat because mommy said so. It turns a chore into something fun. Just a quick note that the choice should come before the meal. When it comes to shapes, one of the go-tos is to make faces out of vegetables. It's fun and it works with almost anything because our brain is programmed to recognize facial patterns everywhere. Each plate can represent a family member. Shaping food like animals works great too. Or whatever cartoons or superheroes your kids are into, definitely use that. Now, these strategies can help, but of course, the setup needs to be right. Kids will pick up on cues around them really astutely. If they're expected to eat their veggies, but other people are eating junk food, that's not going to work.